You're on time to talk sports with Raw Mind. Game day, who plays with updates of all kinds. From press box to sideline, who got cut, who got signed, who's clutch when it's crunch time. The starting lineup or the pine. These athletes compete, some without even trying. You want a championship, you gotta grind. When them bright lights shine, and this game go 9, they gon' cover the story, not quite like Ryan. Exclusive interviews, dudes plug like Mike Line. He's got the inside scoop of why, who got fined. Prime time, got the game statistics. I could say, if you wasn't at the game, you missed it. But now Raw Mind Sports covers the distance. Front row, that's close like a coach's assistant. You wanna be in the know? Eyes open and listen. This is Raw Mind Sports, another edition.
Welcome to another edition of Raw Mind Sports. I'm your host, Ryan Jones, now known as the Ryan Jones Show. No words, we're going to change the graphics, all that good stuff. One thing about Raw Mind, I'm going to keep it raw. I'm going to keep it authentic, and I'm just going to let you guys know, yes, Raw Mind Sports so against the Raw Mind Sports Network, but Ryan Jones Show going to have a new graphic. It's going to be available for you. Get ready to subscribe to Raw Mind Sports on all platforms. The Raw Mind Sports Network will have so many other shows and podcasts up there as well, but today we're here to talk about North Carolina high school basketball, the state championship. And without further ado, you got some people, right, that just love the game of basketball. You have guys who love football, certain guys love baseball or soccer or whatever it is, right? But you have that one guy that may go to the game. He may not be coaching at the moment, may have children that's in it, but no matter where the game at, near or where, far or not far, he is there. And that's why I brought on my main man who loves the game of high school basketball, my brother from another, either way, brothers, same mothers, how we say it. I'm about to bring him in there, y'all. TJ, Big Beloved Harrell, how you doing today?
Prime time. What's going on, Prime? What's going on, bro? I appreciate it.
So look, here we are.
I just got to say this. I love your theme song, bro. I don't know the theme song, the intro. I like what you got going on. Whoever did the theme song, I don't know who that was, but good job, man. I love the intro, man. I love what you're doing, man. I feel honored that you have me on your show, man. I'm just a fan of the game, and I'm a fan of you, brother. So I appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? Asking me to come get up here, to speak about what I really enjoy watching, on my spare time. So let's get into it.
No doubt. That's my main man, Nove. Some people call him TJ McGuire. He was up there, but here we are. The NCHSAA.
That's my man.
Yeah.
Shout out to him, yo. He did some of my graphics for my clothing line. I'm about to come out with my sports apparel. So he did a lot of stuff for that. So I didn't recognize the voice, but it makes sense now. You said he's a talented kid, man. Shout out to him.
No doubt. So that being said, right now, here we're going into it now. North Carolina High School Athletic Association State Championship Week. Here we go. Let's start off here first. Let's talk about. Let's start here. We're going to talk about the Rocky Mount girls team season comes to an end. Like, what was it like watching that game to you yourself? You was there. I had my mind envisioned that Rocky Mount was going to find a way to get done. The Gainies, the coaching staff would have found a way. But tell me your thoughts on it. Your raw thoughts.
Oh, raw thoughts. My raw thoughts. Well, for one, I just want to say shout out to Rocky Mount girls, man. They had a really good season, man. They got some really good stuff going over there. Coach Gainey has been doing her thing for so long. She's still doing it. So I just want to just tilt my hat to them for sure. They had a hell of a season. And, they had to go against Southeast Alamance. So for the people who's not listening, coming into the game, Southeast Alamance is 28-0, having not lost a game this season. So, I can imagine what that pressure was like going into a team who just hasn't lost, who just knows how to win. So I had to make sure I was front and center for that one because I was very curious to see it. I had a lot of belief in Rocky Mount. But I was just curious to see how it was going to go. So from my raw thoughts, initially just watching them warm up to see like Rocky Mount girls warm up, it's a beautiful thing to see, man. If you've never seen it, I can't say go see it now because it may be too late. But next year, I don't know if they keep that same routine. But the solidarity, man, the way they stretch, the way I got to tilt my head to it. I watch. I'm sitting right behind the bench, so I get to watch everything, right? I watch Coach Gainey like talk to each individual player. Each individual player, as they're warming up, they're lining up. They come, they do something with her. It looks like she's speaking some life into them. They go down the line. Every coach is dressed in black. They're talking to each coach individual, one by one. Every coach is speaking life into them, saying whatever they're saying to them, praying for them. I'm not sure exactly what the words are, but I'm just watching the action. They take off their jersey, they go get it. Every single girl on that team gets attention. You know what I mean? Whether they're the starting five or, the 10th woman coming off the bench, they're all getting some kind of life spoken into them. So that was kind of impressive to me just to watch. And I'm just like, okay. But also, I don't know, Prime, where you went at. But also, I got a chance to watch Southeast Alamance warm up. And man, they're moving, bro. Their solidarity too is sharp. Yeah, they coming out with the 23-0 shirts. I'm like, yo, this is crazy. I don't know. They're coming out and they're moving the ball so fast. I ain't seen them dropping the ball. They're very serious. You could just tell they're not playing. They're coming to win. So even to see like, oh, Prime, you gone? You back?
No, I'm here, man. You little. I don't know what happened, man. A little technical difficulties, but I'm glad you're driving. You kept it flowing. That's what you're supposed to do. Roll mind, roll thoughts. Sometimes things happen. Keep it
moving. So I see them. They're warming up, and I'm watching them too, and I'm just like, yo, their teamwork. I'm watching them do this drill, bro, and they're passing. They have like the whole team is moving in like a figure 8 half court type deal. And they have like 5 or 6 balls, and it's moving so fast. Nobody's dropping the ball. I'm like, holy shit. I've never seen nothing like this, bro. I've never seen no guys, no girls. I've never seen no team move like this. And I'm like, and I look at, my personal
symmetry, like perfect symmetry.
The chemistry, I'm just like, they just like some sticking eye swords or something, bro. I'm like, oh, I don't know, man. This gonna be a good one. So, tip-off happened right off the bat. Rocky Mount getting into them. They own it. They own them. And then the switch happens. I watch Southeast Alamance going to 3-2 zone, like an extended 3-2. And they had the read. You can tell they had the read on Kira. They know Kira is going to cook them. So what they're doing is they're trapping her in the corners. Everywhere she's catching the ball, they're trapping her. They're jumping all the passes. And I'm like, I wanted to see how Rocky Mountain's going to break this zone. And I seen the struggle in breaking the zone. So I'm thinking they was going to push the pace a lot more. And I wonder why Coach Gainey didn't have them just push a lot more and just try to attack, because they were still trying to call plays. They ended up getting down 10. They're still trying to run plays. They're down 12, 15. They're still trying to just run their sets. And I'm like, they have a game. Southeast Alabama's got a game plan for that. You got to switch it up. You got to get them something different. You know what I mean? Like they had a read on Kier. I forget what's her name, the point guard with the dreads, Keisha. Forgive me if I'm pronouncing her name wrong. She's the nice one. She's super nice. She got the dreads. She got a nice jump. But she's doing her big one. She's holding it down. But it's just like it wasn't enough, man. Southeast Alabama had so much there. They played very well at all positions. They got the heavy guard play. They got the women in the post that's doing their big one. And I'm just like, it was a little bit too much for them. I think that zone really disturbed them. They trapped in the corner. They trapped very good. They moved real good on defense. I think it was just a little bit too much for Rocky Mount. And I don't think them girls came that far to lose. They 28-0 at that point. They came out with their 23-0 shirts for the season. I just don't think they came there to lose, and they wasn't leaving out there with a W. Rocky Mount played their hearts out. They got it together in the. Pardon me. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I said no. They came out of him the business like it was already set. Like the tone was set. They didn't really care what was going on the other side. They knew what they had to do as a team.
I don't think who they played. You were just in their way at that point. But great game. Rocky Mount tried. They made a push at the end. They tried, but them girls wasn't. They did everything too good, man. It was a tough one, but I don't see nobody's beating that Southeast Alabama team.
Yeah, I agree with you on that.
I don't think they going home. there. Wherever Southeast Alamance is, and salute to them too, because they had the Rocky Mount was in the building heavy, but Southeast Alamance, they came heavy. Their boys played directly after their girls. So they had a good crowd in there, and they had good support in there. Rocky Mount came out to support, though. You've seen a lot of blue, your blue and gold, blue and yellow, whatever you want to call it. But Rocky Mount was definitely in the building heavy, and the support was there, and they was trying to get the girls the energy, but them girls was taking the energy out, man. They just did everything good, man. Tough loss for Rocky Mount, but I still want to tip my hat to them because they did their big one.
Well, definitely that. Let's go to another Rocky Mount school here. Northern Nash heads to the state championship basketball game since 1968, and a lot of things happened in the decade 1968. I think this is what they say. MLK got popped, but that's a long time, man. To go to a state championship. Tell me your thoughts, man. That's a long time.
My raw thoughts is this, bro. Before I even get into the game, end the game. I went to the game Wednesday too. I'm there. I have to go support North. I'm gonna support my 252 schools. But my initial thoughts, what comes back to my mind, I seen something that I didn't like, and I got a personal relationship with two of the coaches on the staff, and I told both of them the same thing. And I even told, I just came from training with one of them this morning. We go to the same gym. We train together. He trained, my little homies and all that. So I took one of the little homies up there today to train, and I told him the same thing. I reiterated what I told him Wednesday. Y'all scared me, man. Because I watch all these teams win regionals, and usually the energy is the same, right? They have the same energy. Like, the job's not done. One more. They all saying this type of stuff like, I always tell my kids too, don't get high, don't get too high, don't get too low. Stay even keeled. We came to do a job, we came to finish the job. When Northern Nash finished that game, bro, the emotions was just through the roof, bro. I watched almost every coach on the coaching staff cry. I watched almost every player cry, people in the crowd crying, and I was kind of confused.
Whoa. No, say that one more time. That sounds like a championship victory, don't it?
That's what I felt. I said, yo, they just act like they won the ship. And I'm like, yo, that's not, I tell my homeboy. Well, I literally tapped my homeboy to tell him that this not a good, like this not as good to me, and he's over there crying. I'm like, what are y'all celebrating?
That 1968 was
y'all celebrating regionals. So I said, my raw thoughts was this at the moment. This is what I'm just feeling at the time. And I could be wrong, but just my feelings. I felt like they've been hearing the noise. They've been hearing the noise all season. You guys can't do it without CJ. You guys can't do it without CJ. Y'all not going nowhere without CJ. Y'all lost the number one sophomore in the country, who's now the number one junior in the country, or number two, number one. He's been going back and forth all season. But you guys can't do it without CJ. I felt in that moment they did it without him because, last year they lost in regionals. And I felt like they was just celebrating. And I could be wrong. This is just my thought. I could be wrong. And I feel like they were just celebrating
because it felt like it was like the monkey off their back, and it was the fact that they didn't have CJ and they got there without CJ. I'm thinking what you're saying. And it kind of made it feel good. Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead. I'm pretty sure feeling, especially when you got the whole city, the whole town, everybody's doubting you. And the support wasn't really probably there like it was when CJ was there. So, I felt it. But I'm just like, as coaching staff, like I told my homeboys, like, y'all got to be the ones to tell them, like, yo, the job ain't done. Y'all ain't come this far. Right. Don't be celebrating too much. I mean, enjoy it. But don't celebrate too much. Y'all got one more to do. Y'all got to go take care of business. Because at the end of the day, who knows when you will get back to state? Who knows when you have a chance to win another state championship? You got to go take care of business. That's not an easy thing to do. Getting to states is not easy, bro. Y'all got there, but winning a state is definitely not easy. But salute to them. They played, man. That game, that Northern game, that was an incredible game, man. I'm literally sitting in between. What's the school they played? I'm sorry, I'm drawing a blank. God, what's the school they played? Why am I drawing this blank?
And why you doing that? Northern Nash is led by Christian Barnes, but the team they about to play, Kings Mountain is led by Caleb Nixon, that's averaging 20 points per game. Christian Barnes averaging 15.1 points per game.
Shout out to Kings Mountain, man. Kings Mountain actually a 12th seed, bro. They the underdogs. They've been getting their butt whooped all year, but they didn't hit a hot shot. They playing, we can revisit this too. They lost to Huss. The last game they lost was to Huss, Hunter Huss. Huss actually be playing fight. We'll talk about that later.
Championship. Yeah.
They lost to Huss, and they went on like a 7 to 8 game winning streak, and they've been hot as fish grease, bro. So you know I'm a fan of the underdogs. Shout out to Kings Mountain because they've been whooping everything. They even beat Ben L. Smith. You think about Ben L. Smith been getting busy, and they got a top player too. I want to talk about that. We can revisit that later. But Kings Mountain, people already counting them out. You know what I mean? So
yeah. They got a shot blocker down there in Northern that takes away everything down there in the paint. So that could be a key factor to what.
He's the factor, right? They got heavy guard play. Northern got really good guard play. They play up and out. They play super fast. I love their pace. But they're in the half court defense. Let me tell you, Chris Silver changes everything. It has to be a pleasure to have a 7-1 shot. And he don't, you know how like some people really don't know how to block shots, right?
Yeah.
And they foul and they do this. He actually goes and get it. Like he remind me of like a Wemby, right? Where you like, he don't
just got to yeah.
When you think you're open, you think you got it, and it's just like, nope. Class. I watched, bro. He had 5 blocks in the first half. I don't know how many he ended up with the last game. He probably ended up with 10 blocks, bro. He might have had a triple double. I don't know his stats. I didn't see the official stats, but he might have had like a 10 rebound, 10 block, 10 point game. I don't know if he ended up with the points. I'm not sure how many points he had, but the way he changes the game, bro, that has to be a luxury. I think every team would love that. And I know they get, you can tell the coaches get on him about, you know, his offensive production and probably running the floor, things of that sort. But I'm like, man, to have that and his passion, the passion he had for that game, I feel like he willed his team to win, bro. Like he wasn't going. He wasn't leaving there without no. Like the guards can play aggressive on the wing, and if you beat them, they know they got their help backside. And I'm like, that's a luxury, bro. There's only 2 teams I've seen this year for real that has a luxury like that, and that's them and Fight.
That's intriguing. So I'm gonna go to the next part before we go to the next one. People already got it's already. If this was like FanDuel, the spread is already in the favor of Northern Nash. That's what it sounds like. But my thing is, this is my raw thoughts is what's funny to me, and I'm kind of, I guess some of the tears would have come from that too. A lot of people, I never seen a fan base who talk as much junk about their head coach. A lot of them don't like Drake. Then you got some who do. And now Drake has a chance to get to guys to state championship. He has a good. I'm quite sure people probably say he has a good coaching staff to lead him. So it's not more so of him, which I don't know. But you know that's just the saying because you got 2 talented guys on that coaching staff that we know play next level, and that always any coaching staff will like those 2 guys on that coaching staff. To be true, quite frank.
Mo DeLoach over there. You got the Davis kid over there. They got some good coaching staff over there. So, you know, I see I got a good relationship with Sprague. So I see him, he got his hands in a lot. And he looks like he's a good voice over there. Just from the outside looking in. I don't know. I've never been in the locker room with him. I don't know what the talks is. But just knowing that guy, and I know like his basketball knowledge and I see how he commands the team and the team actually listens to him. I think he has a good voice over there. So I'm definitely proud of my boy Sprague, and I really want them to get you know what I mean? Because he definitely deserves it, man. He loves the kids and he's all in. So I hope they bring it home, man. You know, I'm gonna rep 252 to the fullest. So you know, I plan on being there Thursday. And by the way, I just gotta say this.
I already know you going. How did they set them schedules up the way they did?
I hate it, and I knew it would be like that. Being that Northern played on Wednesday, I figured they wouldn't have them playing on Saturday. That was just too big of a jump for me, and I had a feeling they would come in the middle of the week like this. And I hate how they did the schedule, so I won't be and it's super far away. Oh my God, they got it in Wake Forest, way in Winston-Salem. So I don't think a lot of people are going to take that trip multiple times.
So I think honestly, I'm like you. Probably Northern Nash game probably be the one probably go to. But if you talking about Friday and Saturday, oh my.
If I do, I highly doubt if I make it more than one day. I'm gonna try to. I'm gonna try to do Friday if possible. I know I won't be able to do Saturday. I'll be in Butner at All Star for the 10U 8U, so I'll be there Saturday and Sunday. So I won't be able to be at state Saturday. But Friday, if we don't play Friday at All Star, then I might make that trip 2 times. I don't know. So we'll see how the rest of this week go. But I do wish all my 252 teams. I hope we bring it home, man. We definitely got some talent out there, and I like our matchups against everybody. So
Here we go. The next one right here. Wilson Prep girls get to the state championship for the first time in history. I know some people probably like they ain't been around that long. It don't matter. First time is first time. It is what it is. But go ahead.
I like Wilson Prep girls, man. I like Wilson Prep girls, and I fight for Wilson Prep girls because little Chloe over there too. So that's my peer's daughter. She's been hooping. She comes from Edgecombe County. She comes from Martin Middle. She's a product of us. So, I have to follow her to Wilson Prep. But, if you know anything about following people and you end up going to you might go somewhere where you like one person. And if you love the game, you'll find other people you like. You'll find other things you like. So it always starts like that for me. I go support one person and I end up falling in love with the team or the coaches or, different players I like.
Right.
Man, I love Wilson Prep girls, man. They're tough, bro. They tough. And it ain't even just Chloe. I thought it was about to be heavy Chloe, little bit of this, little bit of that. I'm like, nah. Their guard play, crazy work. And they got their big woman down there. They're a big woman down there. Mm-hmm. She's tough. She's tough. She's I forget her name. I want to say Michaela or something like that. She's a senior.
Yeah. They got some goals. I feel like they could get to this championship and win it and bring it back home. I'm gonna get into these other topics because I want to save a lot of your energy for the main event topic at the end. Hold on a second. Let's start here real quick. We probably keep it quick right here with this raw thoughts. The chosen 9 Warren County in the title game. Went to state championship in football. They're back. I know you tell me a little bit. I haven't seen a lot of them, but you say these guys have like a very even match style. Go ahead.
They call them the chosen 9. They literally only have a 9-man roster, bro. Like literally only 9 of them. But
they all play.
They all well for the most part. I see they run pretty much all of them. I see they run mostly like 8. You know what I mean? But it's all 9. They play as a team. They're really, I can't say they're not that good, but I think they're well coached and they got heart. And they're gonna fight. They're gonna fight. They don't have just like one person who I feel like is a standout. I've seen a couple players out there. They got their guard play is pretty good. They got a pretty good point guard, a senior point guard over there who's really good. They got a nice 2 guard over there that's good too. I think it's Khalil. I think the dude named Khalil. So they're really tough. I was sitting beside the point guard grandmother, and she was just giving me the rundown of them at the regionals, and I was talking to her about them, and she said her grandson. He came over there after the game. I talked with him a little bit, but I think they got a good shot at it. They're small and they're mighty. You know what I mean? They're well coached, and I think they're gonna do okay. I don't know, who they match up, who they play. Who they got in the States?
I didn't look at it all.
I know they had Voyager. No, they played Voyager.
They beat Voyager. They're in the same division as Tarboro.
I know, and I feel like Tarborough's supposed to have been there. I
really agree with this situation.
I feel like Tarboro got cheated, and Tarboro should have been there. And if I'm being honest, I think Tarboro would have got Walco out of there.
Yeah.
if my uncle, would have had something else, he would have been my aunt. So you know what I mean. We can't say if
they play against Meriden.
Oh yeah, I don't got to read on them. I haven't seen them.
No, I think so. It's in Warren County, Meriden. No. I don't see this. They don't have it up here yet. Unless I'm looking at it wrong. No, I don't see it. Oh, hold on. Nah, I don't.
Oh yeah, they play against they play Thursday at 12.
I
So
don't
even if
see it.
I do the Nash game, I'm probably gonna miss that too.
So
But
would that be? Is it
they're the 252. You know what I mean? So I
always
feel like
going there?
you can't count nobody from the 252 out. We're gonna fight, bro. I'm telling you, we're gonna fight. We're
No
gonna
doubt.
fight. We're not.
And speaking of a team now that we about to go to that usually in the state
Uh,
championship a lot, not every year, but they're usually in the state championship a lot. Is well one of the two teams. We're gonna go with this one first. We're going with Kinston gets back to the state championship game. Kinston always used to be in a lot of state championship games for years of season. Those guys, some dogs. They're playing against Walkertown. They're led by Harrell. But this guy for Walkertown, Kenny Grady, averaging 14.6 points per game. How you feel about this Kinston team? Man, I've seen them play in action. They can get scrappy.
hey man, K Town always got a squad, bro. They
Yeah.
always squad since we was in high school. I remember we
Yeah.
played them 20 years ago, and they was. You remember we went to when we
Yeah.
had to go to big boys about 20 years ago. They out
Yeah.
there, they out there going up through the legs and windmill and all crazy stuff. They always, and I think K Town definitely going down there. They going down there to take care of business. Shout out to Walkertown too, man. Walkertown, they played Reedsville twice this year, and they both was tight games. Walkertown ain't nothing to be slept on. So Kinston gonna have to go out there and take care of business. But I think it's gonna be a good one, man. Kinston only lost they only losses all season was the Northern Nash, and they lost to Farmville Central twice. So the people they
And
lost
it's
to,
intriguing. They lost to Farmville Central twice. That's why I think basketball is all about systems and matchups. It's all about teams with matchups. Because Martin County ended up defeating Farmville Central in the den. And then
they
now
only
Kinston goes in. Yeah.
they only lost. That's why I said I tell people early. I hate undefeated teams. I feel like you need to go ahead and lose early. Feel what that loss feels like. Get back to action. Being undefeated going into the playoffs and stuff. I hate it because you don't got no chance to redeem yourself. You don't even know what losing feels like. Shout out to the people who go undefeated, like your Southeast Alabama girl who's out there rocking. But me, I'd rather my team go ahead and lose one early, see what it feels like. Let's bounce back from it. Farmville Central only lost all season. Came at home against Martin County, and you know what I mean. I thought Farmville Central was gonna get back. I thought it was gonna get back because a lot of people slept on them this year. They didn't even get invited back to Wall, because they ain't had no big. But they've been playing as a team all year. They've been doing they big one, but I don't know. They just took a tough L at home to Martin County. So, but they beat Kinston twice this year. But I felt like Kinston feels like to lose, and they ready.
Yeah, they ready because they knew how it felt to get defeated. Here we're gonna go to this next one right here. We're gonna go back to something you talked about earlier. Wilson Fight advances to the state championship. They're led by Green that averages 15.7 points per game. Jamil Lawton had 12 points. He averaged 12 points per game, but he dropped a 40 bomb in the state championship, which was just probably going to take his average up. And then you got Huss. I heard you say something a few minutes ago about this kid named Jaleel Smith, who averages 29.6 points per game, and they got a kid in Phillips that averages 16.3 a game. What are your thoughts on this one? Your raw thoughts?
One, shout out to Fight, man. I've been watching Fight all year. I've been at a lot of Fight games this year. I really like Fight. I'm a fan of Fight. So I like Fight guard play. Fight has my boy Big D down in the paint. I call him Baby Shaq. I like the game a lot. I feel like he impacts the game heavy, kind of like your Chris Silver does with Jordan Nash, but he plays. I think he's a little better offensively than Chris Silver. He's a little bit more dominant on offense. I feel like the chemistry from their guard play to the big man is crazy to me. You know what I mean? They give it up, and they're going into that game. Well, this past game they just played, I always say Deontay. I call him Jay. He wears number 5. Sometimes he wears number 34 sometimes. So it depends on, I forget which one he wears if he's home or if he's on the road. But that's my guy. That's my guy. So I'm thinking he's about to come out there and give somebody 40. Backtrack. They played against Southeast Alamance. Alamance just had beat Hunt in the playoff game before that. The guard on Alamance gave Hunt 40. little light skinned kid with the fro. He liked that. He liked that. So I got to give it up to Mir because Mir took on that assignment, to play him on defense. And he said, you want to give Hunt 40? I'm going to get back. I'm going to give y'all 40. He put up a 40 burger and he locked Buddy up. So hats off to him. I always say I like his
two-way player.
He usually tough because he don't even really put up a lot of points like that. He usually just defense, pass the ball, pick his spots, throw his little line off the big man. You know, he got the two wings with Jay and number 2. He just plays his point guard thing, but I don't know. He was just locked in, man. He was locked in. He wasn't going for nothing. He getting them steals. He pulling his threes. I'm like, wow. I really can't say I didn't know he had that in his bag. I watched him all year, and I'm like, you got that in your bag? Like he put on a show, bro. Shout out to him. It was but now
they got Jaleel Smith right here coming up. Is this a different beast or not?
He's a candidate for Mr. Basketball this year.
He's
only in the 10th grade, bro. He's only in the 10th grade. He's averaging 29, 7 rebounds, and like 5 steals. He's tough, bro. He's tough. But I think the factor is this, right? He's going to get him. But the way that he gets buckets, he goes to the Baja. He gets to the Baja at will. And the only thing about getting to the Baja against Fight, you got a 6'10" big man down there waiting for you. So that changes how you attack. So Big D, he does get in foul trouble a lot. So if they could get him in foul trouble, they're good to go. But if they let him just dictate the game and change the game and change what they want to do, Huss could be in trouble. But I can't put it all on Jaleel. Huss also has another guard. He's a lefty. He shoot really good too, bro. I forget his name. He's the kid with the dreads. He's a lefty. Boy got a cannon. So they got a 2-guard play that I like, but I don't know if they got enough inside. So if I was a betting man and I was on FanDuel, I think I'm going to fight money line.
Oh, man, I got you. Here we go. The main event here, What we've been talking about, what we always talking about the whole week. Reedsville gets by Washington. They played against Spirit. Brian Taylor averages 18.2 points per game. You know, Deontay Neal averages over 35.6. Paul Compton Jr. averages 22.4, but he had a big game the other night. And we was kind of shocked a little bit. I want you to get into detail because Deontay Neal wasn't himself, as they want to say, this season. But he for ways to still do what he do. I said it on the podcast the other day. He's smart enough to know to get rid of the ball when it's time to get rid of the ball and get it to his teammates. And he did whatever he had to do it. But you got another theory to this game. Let's hear your raw thoughts. People, he about to give it to you.
Well, I've been watching Reedsville for a while, man. I'm a big fan of Deontay, football and basketball, man. I love that kid. They list him as 5'9", but he's probably about 5'7", bro. Kid got the heart of a lion, bro. He's tough. He's coming down here. He's on you all game. So, and I love Washington too. Shout out to my boy Hollywood Chase. I've been watching Hollywood Chase all year, man. So this was the game I was most excited about all week. I was excited. I was at the first game they played at Wall, and I watched Washington beat them. But I can say Reedsville had just came off the football championship. It wasn't really in basketball shape. That was Deontay, I think maybe his first game out or first week out or something. So I don't know exactly, how many games he had played prior to that, but I know it wasn't much. So Washington did, I don't want to call it a fluke, but it was kind of crazy. But it's crazy how life happened, right? Because when they played, Shakes had the flu at the Wall. He played the game against them. He didn't play his next game. So fast forward to this game. I'm ready for the game, whatever I'm watching. And everything looks good before the game. But maybe about 2 to 3 minutes, maybe about 4 minutes in the first quarter, I'm watching Deontay body language. And he looked like he gassed, bro. He looks tired. And I'm like, yo, this kid is in super shape. There's no way he's tired in the first quarter. Me and my homeboy talking, I said, bro, he got to be sick or something. You watching him, they giving him the water bottles. He just don't look like himself. So Washington on him. They on him. They playing fast, bro. They playing springy. Chase doing his thing. Number 2, I think his name's Shamir. If I be messing these kids up, forgive me. I don't know.
Shamir Gas.
Oh my God, he's tough. I've been watching that kid all year, man. That kid is tough. He's a dog, bro. He's a dog. He is a dog. He's on them. Chase is on them. The big springy kid, number 4 in the paint, he's blocking everything. They on it. It's looking like Washington about to breathe by the victory. But here comes Paul Jr., man. He like, nah, bro. I ain't going down. You can hear him telling Deontay, like, bro, I got us. I got us. Push through. I got us. He's coming down here. He's attacking. Bro, they cut the Washington up, bro. They up by 15, 12, stuff like that. But they clawing. Reedsville clawing. And I'm like, man, this coaching from Washington. I'm sitting right behind Washington bench. And I'm just like, this is not good, bro. The coaches is not their game plan. I'm like, yo, why are they not making Deontay work? He's on Deontay, remind you, he plays the whole game. Tired,
Right.
sick. I come to find out he had the flu, which was crazy because Chase had the flu the first time. But we found out, I knew he was sick, but I didn't know exactly what his sickness was. But come to find out he had the flu. And you could tell something was wrong with him, but he was still being aggressive for trying. And I felt like Washington coaching just wasn't like what are y'all doing? Why are y'all not making him work? I would have been pressing him 94 feet, making him work on defense. They was just letting him hide on defense. And I'm like, why y'all not making him work? Get him off this court. But the coaching, and then at the end, I'm telling the fourth quarter, it's a tight game. And I'm looking at my boy Hollywood. Hollywood, you know I love you. If you're listening or you're watching this, I love you, Chase. I'm a big fan. But I seen your body language. I seen his body language. He didn't look like he wanted it, bro. Shamir the kid, he looked like, I got it. I want it. I want to win. Chase's body language, it didn't give me, I want to win. And his coaching staff, I don't think they belief in him, bro. I've seen no coach come over here and tell him, like, yo, we need you. You got this. Give me a bucket. Like, we need you, bro. We believe in you. Sometimes you just need your coaches to give you that confidence. I'm watching his head down in timeout. Nobody came to just, lift his head up. Bro, get it together. I need you. We need you. Take a shot. Make the big shot. You built for this moment. You built for this. You are a leader. You are a senior. This your last game if you don't get it together. I ain't seen nobody go pump no belief in it. And I'm sitting directly behind him in the first row. I can hear all the conversations. I hear everything. I see everything. And I didn't see one coach go. Nobody pump no confidence in him. And if that's your player, that's your top player, your best player, this his time to shine. And I just feel like nobody did that. And you depending on Mirror, and he did his thing though. He was doing his thing, but I felt like that was time for Chase to do what he does, and they end up letting Reedsville. I don't feel like Reedsville won the game. I feel like Washington lost the game.
Yeah, I got you.
And the season over with, and Reedsville once again goes to another state championship. Shout out to them though, man. Powerhouse. They're not used to losing. I seen them lose once in probably 3 years. The last 3 years I've been watching them, they ain't lost a home game. They lost one at Walkertown, Washington. So I knew that get back was going to be, in full effect. So, shout out to Reedsville for pulling it out. I'm sorry the Washington boys, from the 252, I was hoping we was going to have another team in the state championship, but,
So here we go. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Good.
All right. So before we go to the final segment, I want to ask you a question. I forgot to ask, which I probably know the answers. Kinston versus Walkertown, who you got?
I got to go Kinston.
All right. Reedsville versus Salisbury.
Reedsville don't lose, bro. I'm going Reedsville.
Northern Nash. Did I say Northern Nash versus Kings Mountain yet already?
You did.
All right, go ahead. Who you got?
I'm going Northern Nash, man. They scared me with the emotions, but I don't know. With Chris Silver down there, I gotta go Northern Nash.
I already know you're going prep girls with some prep girls.
For sure.
Gotta give me an answer. Hustle fight. That's the money line when you see it.
The fan in me, I want to say fight. I'm hoping fight. But that's the one I really don't know. I don't know. The fan in me gonna say fight. But I think that's gonna be a dog fight. I think that's gonna be one of them ones. But I've been watching fight all year. I can't go against them, bro. I gotta go fight. But man, they're in a tough one, boy.
This a tough one.
Not playing no games. He only a sophomore. I feel like he got 2 more years to get it done. So I'm picking fight. I'm gonna go fight.
All right, here we go. This is what we call the final. Well, not excuse me, wrong one. That's final raw thoughts. I got the wrong one. Hold on a second if I can find it. Oh, there you go. Where'd I go? There you go. Here we go. As we end this show right now, the Raw Thoughts Minute. Raw Thoughts Minute, you can talk about anything in sports, because I had somebody come in here one day and I said, Raw Thoughts, man, he started talking about how he was cheating on his girl. I don't know what that came from in this minute. So, but Raw Thoughts, whatever sport, whatever you got to say, it's something on your mind in the sports world right now.
I got you. This is what I want. I don't ask you. I got to ask you, because I want to know. I can't even say I know my answer, but I got a question. And this is what I've been arguing with the guys on the internet about. Right now, the conversation is Mr. NC basketball. Who will win or who should win Mr. NC basketball? And you got your contestants. I ain't even going to name all of them because it's like, you got a couple.
Some of them, they're just saying they're going to be in the conversation. They're not even going to have a chance to win. What you saying?
Right. So the people that got a chance, I'm going to put it between these four. You got Deontay Neal. He averaged 35, 8.7 assists, 6.4 steals, 4.5 rebounds. You got Ja Dawkins out of Ben L. Smith. Hold on, Deontay Neal is going to the state championship, so I got to add that. You got the boy Ja Dawkins, that big old 6'4" guard at Ben L. Smith. He's averaging 32 points, 13 rebounds, 5 assists, 4 steals, and about a block and a half. And you got my boy Kobe Edwards. That's my fans' favorite. I've been Team Greenfield all year. So you've been to a Greenfield game, you see me there for sure. You got my boy Cole. Cole averaged 23 points, 7 assists, 4 rebounds, 2.4 steals, and he has a state championship. They just won in Greensboro last week. I was there. That was a crazy game. And he won the wall this year. And you got the kid Jaleel Smith, who's a sophomore, averaging 29 points, 7
The kid
rebounds.
from Hus. If y'all didn't know, people we were just talking about.
The kid from Hus. He averaged about 29.6 points. So you go ahead and call it 30 ball, Jamal. He averaged 30 points, 7 rebounds, 5.3 steals, and his team is on the way to the state championship. Don't know if they'll win or not. So I don't know if they do the decision after all the state games. How does it work? Like, when do they?
I think they do it after. I think they do it after the state championship games. But here's the thing: you got three guys in the state championship. One already won, one Kobe Edwards. Deontay Neal going to state championship. Jaleel Smith going to state championship. Man, I'm kind of like you. I'm a huge fan of Kobe Edwards. But man, this daggone Deontay Neal kid, man, size, heart, small, his ability to do everything, and everybody you just named, he's smaller than all of them. Like he's like a small giant.
Yeah,
right. It's hard to go against him in this moment because people never thought Reeves would probably. I'm gonna be clear. Like people didn't think Reeves would probably be back in this space. They thought when the Harrison kid left. Say it again.
They thought once Kendra left and stopped playing.
Yeah, it was over with. Right. And now he just said, "I'm gonna just take over. No worries, Kendra. I got this from here." And his game, he didn't even double and probably took up the points that Kendra would get. Just to make sure this team would be where they at. And they're still, so he took on that. Like, it is hard to go against Deontay Neal. I got him a love for Kobe Edwards in there. Kobe Edwards is a killer, stone cold killer. But man, it's just hard to go against a guy of that size and averaging that much. And every defender he goes against is usually bigger and taller than him. Just being on the real. Like you said, they list him at 5'8", 5'9", but he really 5'7". Like he is killing folks that are bigger than him, and he's nonstop. He's not just shooting the ball, he's attacking the rim, shooting, moving around, he's adjusting everywhere. Man, that's a lot of energy for a guard to have every single game, man, and never get tired. Go ahead with your part.
And got to defend these big guards. Because nowadays, guards are bigger now. He's a small guard. Small guards they're kind of extinct right now. Like, it's really not a small guard world, man. Now, every point guard you really facing, usually probably 6'2" and up.
So what's the argument on social media you were saying? So that social media you've been having this debate. You said the debate.
They were saying, I can't even put Kobe in the conversation. And that bothers me.
Why?
When it comes to the main stage, and when any of these players gotta see code, it looks different. All those numbers, because everybody want to play a numbers game, and I get it. these kids averaging 30 plus points, bro. You got 3 people up there averaging 30 plus points and a good amount of assists. So when you play the numbers game, I understand.
They're trying to say he got the lowest average, so he can't be in this conversation. He averages 23 points a game.
Him in this, and that bothers me. You know what I mean? I'm gonna fight for my boy Cole because I seen it, and I seen your best guards get in front of him, and I seen what he do to him. I seen what he do to him.
He just doesn't have to take all those shots. His volume of shots doesn't. He takes great shots and smart shots, and he's a great player. But he don't have to take the high volume shots that other players have to take. And people don't understand that if he had to take the same high volume shots, let's say he went to Reedsville, he would have to put up the same shots Deontay Neal had, and he probably averaged that many points. Yeah,
he got 40, and he can't
pass. Right.
He has a well-rounded team, bro. His team is well-rounded. You know what I mean?
Right.
He don't take many shots. He's super efficient. So I'm like, if he needed to, he could. That's why I think he's even up there. But I'm just like, I just don't know about people just kind of disrespecting him, like even though
he has a better team overall.
Listen, he just left All-Star Saturday with the best of them. He out there with the best of them. He easily went out there and had 14 assists. Just to show you I can dish the rock. I can go out there and score if I want to, but I pass too. I started off as a pass first guard, and I can score. You know what I mean? But they have to make him start scoring. Like, yo, his pops them punting him like, yo, go get a bucket. Like, you can get buckets. He like, yeah, he likes to play the kind of like, like a LeBron or like somebody who really wants to just play basketball the right way. That's him. You know what I mean? But I'm curious to see who will win it. But I'm with you. It's kind of hard against Deontay Neal. I feel like John Dawkins as a big, even though he lost out, I don't know if that necessarily eliminates him. I don't know how he wins with these guys who won a state championship. But he put on a crazy year as a big guard, averaging 32 and 13 rebounds. Like, that's a guard, bro. He averaged 13 rebounds. That's crazy.
13 rebounds.
And he's tough too. So I was just curious to you to see, like, what you thought, who you think should win Mr. Basketball. But I feel like after Saturday we can revisit this conversation. You know what I mean, to see who wins states, and we can go from there. But I was just curious your thoughts about it.
Yeah, no worries. With that being said, before we get off the show, we'd like to appreciate TJ Big Below Harrell. He joined the show today. Anything else you want to say before we get off?
Nah, that's it, brother. I appreciate you for having me, man. It's an honor, bro. I love what you're doing. Keep doing what you're doing, man. I'm looking forward to, your shows in the future and everything you're working on, with your umbrella, the future things that, we talked about that you got coming. I'm excited for the world to see, man. And I hopefully, we work together soon in the future. We can get some things going, man. I love you, brother, and I'm proud of you, boy.
Yeah, no doubt, man. Love you, fella. With that being said, Raw Mind, Raw Thoughts, Ryan Jones Senior Show is out.